Let me start with a simple scene. It's the end of the month. Your salary has arrived. Bills are paid. Rent or mortgage is cleared. Car installment done. Groceries, fuel, internet, phone, dash covered. You breathe a small sigh of relief. You didn't struggle this month. But then you open your bank app, and the number looks almost exactly the same as last month. Not zero. Not impressive. Just stuck. And here's the confusing part. You work hard. You're responsible. You avoid unnecessary drama. You followed the rules you were taught. So why does progress feel invisible? Tonight, I want to talk about why the middle class stays stuck, not because of laziness, bad luck, or lack of intelligence, but because of 3 invisible financial rules that most people never question. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. The middle class trap no one talks about. Most middle class people are not bad with money. In fact, they're often excellent at budgeting, paying bills on time, and avoiding reckless debt. But the problem isn't behavior. It's sequence. They do the right things, but in the wrong order. They're taught to study hard, get a stable job, earn more over time. Upgrade life gradually, save whatever is left. This sounds sensible. It sounds safe, but safety and wealth are not the same thing. Middle-class systems are designed to keep life comfortable, not to make it expandable, and that difference changes everything. Mistake number 1, lifestyle first. Wealth-led let's talk about the first invisible rule. Every time income increases, lifestyle follows. You get a raise. You feel proud. You deserve something nicer. A better phone. A better car. A better house. Better vacations. Nothing extreme. Nothing reckless. Just normal progress. But here's what quietly happens. Your fixed expenses rise to meet your new income. And suddenly, despite earning more, you're saving. This is called lifestyle inflation. And it is the silent killer of wealth. Why this is so dangerous? Lifestyle inflation feels. It's harmless because it's gradual. You don't wake up one day broke. You wake up one day 45 years old. Still dependent on a paycheck, and here's the cruel math. 2 people. Same discipline. Person A starts investing $500 per month at age 30. Person B waits until 40 and invests $1,000 per month. Same effort. Same sacrifice. But person A ends up with significantly more money. Why? Because time beats intensity. The middle class delays investing until life feels settled. But life never settles. The wealthy think in arrears. Wealthy people flip the sequence. They build assets first. Then they upgrade lifestyle after. They don't ask, can I afford this monthly payment? They ask, does this purchase slow down or speed up my future freedom? That's the difference. Middle class thinking, how do I look successful? Wealth thinking, how do I become independent? Practical SHIFTB for any major purchase. Ask one question. Does this increase my net worth or just my monthly expenses? You don't have to say no forever. You just need to say, not yet more often. Mistake. 2. Saving in cash feels safe but isn't. Second invisible rule is one of the most dangerous middle class. People are taught that saving cash equals responsibility and emotionally. It feels true. Money in the bank feels safe. It feels controlled. It feels adult. But let's talk reality. Inflation is a quiet THX. Inflation is 3%, and your savings earn 1%. You're losing purchasing power every single year, not dramatically. Not loudly, quietly, a slow leak. Let's look at simple numbers. $10,000. Saved in cash for 20 years earns almost nothing. $10,000. Invested at a modest 7% becomes nearly $39,000. Same money, same effort. The only difference is where the money lives. Why cash feels CIO if where it cash feels safe? Because you can see it, you can touch it, you can access it instantly, but comfort and growth rarely coexist. Money sitting idle is not neutral. It's shrinking slowly. The 3-bucket SYSTM, here's the balanced approach. Emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses, non-negotiable. Short-term money, high-yield savings for near goals. Long-term growth investments that beat inflation, most middle class. People stop at bucket 1. Wealth is built in bucket 3. Mistake number 3. Income is confused with SECUR. Write this. One might sting. A stable job feels secure. A predictable paycheck feels safe. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If your income requires your presence, you are dependent, not secure. Middle-class security is based on continuity. Hopefully nothing changes. Wealthy security is based on ownership, even if things change. Assets remain. Time vs OWN, RSIGP, when you sell time. Income stops when you stop. When you own assets, income continues. This is why most millionaires don't rely on salary alone. They own businesses, stocks, systems, intellectual property, even small ownership compounds. $300 per month invested for 30 years can cross $350,000. Not because of brilliance, because of consistency and ownership. The real question to ace game, instead of asking, how do I earn more money? Ask, what am I building that doesn't require me forever? That question changes decisions. Why the middle class doesn't notice the PROBLI here? The tragic part. Middle class life doesn't feel like failure. It feels okay. Bills are paid. Life is busy. There's no crisis, and that's why change gets delayed. But decades pass quickly, and one day, the realization hits. I worked hard, but I never crossed the line. The line that changes EVR wide, cryonges. There is a line most people never cross. It's the moment when money works harder for you than you work for money. That line isn't about income level. It's about sequence mindset ownership crossing. It doesn't require being rich. It requires being intentional earlier. Final message, say this. Talk isn't meant to shame you if you recognized yourself. That's awareness. Failure. You don't need to flip your life upside down. You don't need to take insane risks. You just need to stop. Following invisible rules that were never designed to make you wealthy, build assets before lifestyle. Let money work, not rest. Choose ownership over dependence. That's how the middle class stops staying stuck, and that's how the future quietly changes. In the end of the story, if you've got a lesson PLS, comment me below and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.